Hey, what's going on? Dumpsterdiving back at it again. So, welcome to the new channel coming up, which is going to be for the gold refined bar right now. And what I did want to go over is silver has been jumping up right now. For those of you who've been watching the silver price, we're watching silver live at Mex, Monex, and they're basically telling us right now that. So, if you guys have known this, I bought these in Binghamton, New York, for about $50 an ounce. I ended up going to the special pawn shop over there. I believe these four are similar. So I bought these for about $50 an ounce when I was there. All of the bars that I practically have right now. This is a nice little assay one. And the price has skyrocketed to like 121, and then it dropped, and then I was like, oh, I should have sold it at 121 because now it's at 80 something now. So it's very, very different. So one thing I did want to do is I wanted to go over the amount of gold scrap I have, because there's a couple new things that I'm actually doing. Let me put this one on the bottom, okay? So where am I going to get my kilos of silver from? Actually, I'm going to get them from here. Now, for those of you who actually know this channel, we actually do circuit breaker silver. So right now, I'll actually pop open my Ziploc bag here, and we actually have circuit breakers. When we crack the circuit breaker open itself, we're going to end up getting little points like these, okay? It's going to be screwed in. We can unscrew it and then pop out our nice little silver contact at the end of it. And what you do is, there's a gentleman that had a video online, and what I saw him do was actually take, I actually have it here, perfect. He took the pliers, which is here, okay? And he connected this similar to this, okay? And that's what he did. He gripped it like that, and then he took the cutting pliers, and what he did is he said, if you pull it down, you'll get a space in between the contact and the metal part here. So it was something like the bottom part has that little divot. So he was able to do this, squeeze it, and then the back part there, see, would actually have a bit of space. So you can actually take the cutting pliers and kind of go into it and see if you can snip that up, right? Which is a bit difficult. And that is like the entire Ziploc bag I have here of all of these types of contacts. So some of them are on the end, for example. This one is on the end here. You're going to have to bend this part. This one is similar to that. And so I've been doing that. And I so far have this little glass tray of contacts. Now, the good part is when you do pull it up, I'm going to see if I can pull one right here. Some of them go all the way. They don't have any copper on them, if you can actually see this, right? Like this is actually all clear metal. Now, some of them ended up breaking off where I still have the silver onto it, and this is copper. You see the back part right there? That's the divot in, okay? So I'm gonna have to throw all of this in acid. Now, some of them, I did wanna actually show you here. You see how we have silver here? And the back part is copper. So this contact might actually just be plated silver right now, but I'm still gonna put that in acid right there, and I still have a lot of this. If I look at this here, I've got a lot of silver in here, maybe only an ounce, which is pretty good. However, if you've noticed here, I have a lot more of these silver pieces in here right now. So that divot piece right here, let me get a pen to show you, is going to end up being silver. All of these pieces in here contain silver. See, that's another divot piece, another one here and here. This would actually have to go into acid. And once all of this goes into acid there, everything goes out, I can get as close to pure silver as I can right now. So this is a large amount. Like each of these Ziploc bags here contain over 1 kilo of silver scrap. Now, to understand what that is, This right here is 1 ounce of silver. Okay, 1 ounce of silver, I'm practically going to have about 28 grams to an ounce, about 16 ounces to a pound. 1 pound is 454 grams, and I'm going to need at least 2 or more of those to do it. So I'm going to need for this here, this ounce, I'm going to need 16 ounces of this here, and I got 22, I got 20 bars in there right now, which is good. So this here is way over a kilo. And so when this is done, I'll probably get a pound of silver. And this under it is also a nice pack of contacts, as well as this here. All these are the same. Look at that. That's a look at the size of this one here. That one is huge. It's a couple grams right there. Okay. Now this here, and I'm going to show you, is not exactly similar to this. This is what we actually call doubles. Now, most people haven't heard about this, but what I will do is I will actually break it open for you. Okay, now some of these in here are doubles, some of them are singles. This is actually just silver, the silver contacts there. Okay, nothing wrong with that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to always make sure that your bags are Ziploc closed, because if you try to transport it and it's open, it's a problem. Okay, let me show you what doubles are. Okay, this here is an example of doubles. We have a nice little contact here. This is all copper on one flat end. And on the back part, we have silver. The silver is actually split, if you can kind of see the line there. This is about, I'd say maybe 2 grams. In fact, if we actually did want to look at it a little bit, this here is actually 1 gram of silver, right? So this is a 1 stamped gram of silver right here. So if I wanted to bring this up right now, flattened out, probably getting me a nice gram on this contact piece right here, which is very nice. And I got some copper, so I could probably actually just hit it with a torch. Now, doubles is when you have 2 pieces of silver on that contact that's flat there. You might not have a circle where it would drill in, but it will have a stop part. So this right here would be known as a double. You would have a larger looking double, which is here, the holes in it, where the screw would absolutely go. And here we have our 2 pieces on the side, which is very, very nice here. Okay, so yeah, a lot of these in here are doubles, and they're very, very good, as you can obviously see. But I do absolutely like these, which is great. Absolutely like these. This is perfect. Okay, and that's our doubles right there. Okay, so there is a lot of silver. If I'm looking at this, there is a shit ton of silver in this right now, which is worth thousands and thousands of dollars right now. Okay, if each of these here only has 1 pound of silver in it, which is what I would have, we're looking at a large amount, and I mean a lot. Okay, so one of the things we want to know is, what is a kilo of silver right now? Okay, 1 kilo of silver is 1,000 grams of silver. That's a kilo, 1,000 grams, okay? Silver right now is about $78 an ounce. Per gram, it's about $2.53 a gram. So almost $3, but not close. Price per kilo is $2,526. So it's about 2,500 bucks of silver right now, okay? Which is very, very good. Now, if I go over here, what I'm going to be looking at is these here are the crystal oscillators that I actually have. So they contain some silver in them, but a very small amount. But I have 4 pounds of these. I've labeled them out and weighed them. And so they actually weigh that there. Now, some people are like, John, let me see the big boy. Yes, I will show you the big boy. And the big boy is right here. This is the big boy. This here is 73 pounds of contacts. You see that? All inside of this bucket here is 73 pounds of contacts. 73 pounds of contacts. So if I move some of this stuff up here, I'm going to show you that each and every single one of these pieces contains silver. Okay, so if I pull this up, we actually see the silver part right on the top. If I pull this up, same thing here. If I pull this up, We have our contact, which is that square on the bottom. If I pulled this here, we've got our circular contact. If I looked at this here, we got a silver contact right on the end there. I might have to use a torch for that. For this one here, we got a contact right there. For this piece here, look at that. That's a nice one, though. That might actually be a full gram. For some of them, they're going to be in cardboard there. That's one. That's a nice circle one there. Look at this big one here. Look at this big one. Look at that square right there. Each and every single one of these pieces has silver on them. That's 73 pounds, by the way. 73 pounds of silver. Now, for those of you, you don't know how much money that actually is. But if we're looking at 73 pounds, and I would say only 1/13 of this is silver, we're walking away with a couple grand. Because even if I only get a kilo out of that, that's $2,500 right there. Okay? Remember that. It's $2,500 in that. All right? And I still have this bag right here, which is my points, which I'm getting some of these from. I still have my oscillators right here, 4 pounds each. I still have my doubles here. I have my points, and then we have these. So let me go over these because some of these are actually new. This, I have to double check. I have to take it to a jeweler. This appears to be some lining of silver scrap here, which I do have to reverse electroplate. I haven't seen these before. I don't know what they would be attached to, but they do appear to be silver, as some of them, if you've noticed it, are actually tarnishing, which is very interesting. So I'll take this up, because if he tells me, you know, it's only 10% silver, I'm like, I got to reverse electroplate it. And that's what we'll do, okay? This here, we have gold-plated sterling silver. I was able to pick up a scrap there. This probably weighs over an ounce, which is very, very nice right now. And what I want to do is I took it to a jeweler, and he told me that the sterling silver and then the gold-plated sterling silver, they put in the same bucket as the same price. And I'm like, hell no. I'm not doing that, because the problem is when you do scrap, you're going to have to pay a bit extra for the gold-plated sterling silver. And the reason why you have to pay extra for it is because it has gold on it and they want you to reverse electroplate it. So I'll do that, but then why would I pay more for you to get something of the same thing? So what I'm going to do is later on, when the temperature gets warm, I'm going to reverse electroplate all of this in the spoon and then put all of that out. Okay, so I'm going to reverse electroplate all of this here, and then I'll sell the silver scrap. Now, here we have some sterling silver, which is pretty good. This is a bit of scrap in here. It's 925, not 922. Okay, sterling silver is 925, which is very nice. I have not had this checked just yet. I will want to have this checked and weighed right now. So this is pretty nice. This may be gold plated, or it may be a type of silver. I don't know, but I will have that XRF'd as well. And then we have our gold. You know this from the previous video. We have our casino coins over here right now. These are half-ounce silver pieces each, and many of them are labeled 999 fine silver. So this is limited edition $10 Game Link token, Las Vegas, Nevada, Luxor. Yeah, half ounce inside of these bad boys there. And then we have our 20, is that 20? I think we have 20 ounces there. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I think that's 20 ounce bars right there, which works out for me. And then we have our Valcambi bar strips here. These are cut up into 1 gram pieces, and the reason why it's a lot easier for trade and sale. Right now we have a lot of these that are already broken, so there's about 32 in there. I think we did a very good deal with this right now when I got all of these at $50 a pack. Valcambi Swiss 10 gram, and that's a 2-piece. Is that 2 grams right there? Inspectors Gold, Colorado, Golden Gems, 2015. So that might be 2 grams. So this is about 32 each in here, which is very nice. And then we got our quarter. We have our 1 gram piece. USCG. What's it say on it? 1 gram, 999 pure silver. Yeah, very nice. And then I keep this on here because I don't want to lose it. This is a 1 gram Liberty Bell. I actually found this inside after I ordered silver scrap. It's the funniest thing ever. That's when I found that one there. And then we have some nice silver dimes here, which is pretty good. We have our eagles inside of here. And then we have, ooh, we got the nice one, 1964. I found some of those there and forgot to take them up. Yeah, I know. You guys are blaming me. All right, that's what we got right now. That is our silver stash. What we're going to do later on this year, if you keep watching the channel, is we are going to refine these right now in acid. We're going to put these in acid, get our silver out of it, get our silver nitrate. We're going to end up using borax when we melt it if we get a torch. We will end up using our muriatic acid and nitric with hydrogen peroxide, and we will get that done. With the gold plated, we're going to reverse electroplate these. We're going to reverse electroplate this here. We're going to figure out what this is by XRF. We're going to end up putting these 2 in acid. We may burn these up. We have doubles here. We get a torch. We have a whole pack of this and 73 pounds. So we're going to be busy this year, guys. Very, very busy. All right. Pro Dumpster Diver and Gold Bar Refiner out.